Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1 and welcome to Boots on the Ground. Tomorrow evening between 7:30 and 9 it'll be on Eastern Time. If you are not busy, I'll be doing I think it's a podcast or a talk show. I'll put the link. Hopefully I'll have it right now for this video. If not, first thing in the morning it'll be up there. So I think they do take call-ins. So if you're doing nothing tomorrow between 7:30 and 9, check it out. I'll be there. I don't know what I'll be talking about. I know I'll be talking about prepping and probably current events. So I'm looking forward to it. I haven't done one of these in forever. I usually don't do them just because I'm so busy. But I'm looking forward to this one. All right, let's get right into Boots on the Ground. This person, Southern Orange County, California. I'm seeing more and more lease signs in shopping centers and industrial areas. Also, they said produce at the grocery store is going downhill on quality. I work for an oil company as a diesel technician, and I've never seen it this bad for getting parts, getting fluids. He is advising anyone to get what you need now. Shrinkflation. This is the Costco Kirkland dishwasher tabs. They found an older box in their garage, and they compared them, and definitely they are about a third the size of the new ones, or about a third the size of the old ones. Also, they said Tide. They had some powder laundry soap, and the large containers used to be 184 loads. Now they're only 148 loads. Let's stay over on the West Coast at a Pepsi plant. Pepsi plant is shutting down due to run out of cans. So the whole week, the rest of the week, which will only be a few more days, that Pepsi plant is down, no cans. They have another plant in the area that is running out of pallets. Supply logistical problems creeping in everywhere. This is equipment salesman, and he sells to fire departments. They just let half their staff go because they don't have work for him, and that includes himself, but he was foreseeing that, and he got a job already as a fire sprinkler inspector. So I'm glad he could see it, and he was prepared for it, but half their staff let go. Don't have equipment to sell, you can't sell it. This person says locally we have 4 Walmarts. 2 of them are looking bad for inventory. A third one, they had their deli section and their hot dog section, their freezer was broken. He did say the local Kroger store not looking too bad, so that's good. He did say the DEF for the diesel trucks is starting to get short there. Also, the police department and rural fire departments are short. Some of them are 50% strength. The county sheriff's about 75% staffed. This is from a cybersecurity expert. Dramatic increase in data breaches and cyber crime incidents. Also, it gives us some tips. Use a VPN. Change your password regularly. Use encryption when you can. Stay away from Facebook and Twitter. And never connect to the public Wi-Fi. This is a veterinary clinic out west, and they've had an ad running for a vet for almost 2 years, and they have had not one interview. They said vet shortages is nationwide. They said none of the clinics in our area are taking new clients. They're actually turning away people for clients because there is not enough time in the day to take care of all their existing clients with their animals. This is Tractor Supply. This is Purina Flock food, and it's a 50-pound bag. On the 2nd of July, it was about $26 a bag. On the 3rd of July, it went up to $26.50. The current online price right now is $28. They were looking for a galvanized trash can to hold food for their animals. In January, they were about $33. In May, it went up to $43. But July 3rd, they saw it for $40. So it went down $3. That's crazy. Most prices are all going up. These people said that their primary care doctor told them to go to the hospital. So they took their daughter to the emergency room at the hospital. They had a 4-hour wait. They were actually told no room in the ER or the hospital. So to come back tomorrow, if they could, early tomorrow. They were there for a treatment of a bacterial infection in her leg and water retention in her lungs. Her doctor thought she was so bad that she would probably need IV antibiotics, and that's why he told her to go right to the emergency room so they could get this taken care of. So they came home like the hospital advised, because there's no room in the hospital, and their primary care, I guess, sent in for an antibiotic to get them through. They said, I have never seen this hospital so short-staffed and so full. They live outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. time and time again, hospitals are full, no staff, closing floors. This is a warehouse supervisor for a trucking company. We transport freight, but our main cargo is electric forklifts. We haul the parts to the forklift factory and then haul their finished goods to their customers. There is a part shortage, so they can't make as many of the needed electrical forklifts. So a lot of companies are using the old ones, but the old ones are breaking and there's no parts to even fix the old ones. The trucking company is also having trouble keeping their semis on the road because there's no parts. This person talked to a military recruiter. They said recruitment is down 40% nationally, and I've reported that here. Just no one wants to join the military, and I don't blame them. Just got an email from a forklift and pallet jack supply company store, different than the earlier one. This is a different location. They were asking to buy back any hydraulic cylinders for pallet jacks. So these are the pallet jacks you push under, pump them up, and then can pull them around the warehouse. So there's a shortage here. They're offering $75 for each hydraulic cylinder and willing to pay the shipping to get it back to their warehouse. So I don't know if they're using these to rebuild units or what, but there's definitely shortages when people are asking for used parts. They said if this continues, there will only be more price hikes added to your everyday products and goods since the cost of material handling will be going up. This person sent this was on their local news. Southern Oklahoma and North Texas area drug shortage on a lot of drugs, but they actually reported and was very specific that Tylenol shortage. So if you use acetaminophen or Tylenol, you might want to stock up on any over-the-counter medicines. This is Big Spring Mill. This is in Virginia. They're closing their doors. They're a family-owned business, and they're known for their seasoned flour or their biscuit mix or their cornmeal. They also make livestock feed. This is sad. They've been in business 172 years, and they're closing shop. This is Santa Cruz Valley Hospital in rural Arizona. They're closing down due to economic hardship. They're laid off 300 people, and there's no other hospital close by. So the ambulance services are worried because now if they get patients, they have to drive to a further hospital. That takes that ambulance out of service for a lot longer to drive there and to drive back. So emergency preparedness people and emergency services are worried that their ambulances will be gone too long out of their area of responsibility. This is Ohio. They've lived here since 2013. The farm across the street usually alternates their crop between corn, soybean, or maybe a clover, but this is the first time they have grown wheat, and they've just harvested it. So this is sort of unique. They were wondering why they've switched to wheat. They should go over there and ask them. That would be helpful for us. But they're also noticing a lot of farms in their area have started growing wheat this year. They have a question. Is this because of the war with Ukraine? I have a question. Is this because corn takes so much fertilizer and it's so expensive and wheat takes less? I don't know. I'm just guessing. These people own a small machine shop and a thermoforming business. So basically they make plastic packaging for different customers and their products. And they buy big rolls of plastic film. Usually they would take about 3 weeks to get the material after they ordered it. Now it is taking 3 to 4 months to get the plastic material so they can form it. They said this is hurting a lot of their businesses that they make products packaging for because they can't get the product packaging. They can't get their products to market. So it's a vicious circle. They said the prices are way up on their plastic. And now freight has gone sky high on their big rolls of plastic, so everyone's going to feel the pain. I don't see it getting better. That's what they said. They also said 2 of our local restaurants have had to raise their prices a little bit on their food. Their trash bill has gone up, $15 for 3 months of pickup, so $15. They also said that their neighbor, someone pulled into their driveway and they had a red gas can sitting out. They actually stole it in broad daylight and drove off with it. So watch yourself. This is more information about the Walgreens fulfillment centers involving prescription medicine. They're going to roll out in August. They're doing this to cut cost. Still looking for more information on that, how it's going to work. This is a company called Pacific Sod. They're closing down. I saw the letter they sent out to their customers because of drought conditions and high inflation costs of conducting business in Southern California. As we get closer to the magic day, I think it's July 18th, when trains could stop and we could have a full strike of all our train railroad systems. They've been working since, I believe, July 1st of 2019 with no contract. So I hope they can avert this, or we will have a lot more serious problems on the 18th of July if trains shut down. These people say, we build testing equipment for the power distribution industry. We're located in the South. We're a small company, but they have reps in other countries also. During COVID, their business was open because it was designated as necessary. At first, the supply chain issues were like a month or two extended. No big deal, but now it has gotten extremely worse on the getting their supplies. So they've turned to the gray market supplies, but what they're finding are probably inferior products. So they're getting counterfeit computer boards and circuit boards. They're not hiring at that time because they can't find people, and they can't find people that have basic mechanical skills to perform their jobs. And they're also not hiring because they're trying to protect the people they have now in case they go into a slowdown. They also said their distribution has been hurt because they use semi-trucks, and many companies have lost drivers. They say we literally have to turn away millions of dollars of both domestic and international business because we can't meet the deadlines. They can't get the parts to build what they need. They said they're also located next door to them is another business, and this business is a machine shop and a large equipment repair company. They say they're very busy and they cannot find labor, and they can only guarantee the quote for the job that they're going to do for 24 hours due to the quick and dramatic change in the raw materials, and that raw material being mostly metal. These people live in a small town in North Carolina. We learned today our hospital is closing, the intensive care unit. So starting August 1st, there'll be no intensive care unit at their hospital because of a nurses shortage. They said last year they had to get rid of their maternity ward. So this hospital is not doing good either. This is the Atlanta area. I'm going to leave a link to a video, and you will actually see the gunfight. I won't explain it much, but crime is on the rise, and this homeowner found out, but luckily he was well armed and he did not get hurt. But check out the video. It's very enlightening. This trucker was at a trailer dealer looking for a flatbed trailer to buy, and he noticed there was a bunch of reefer trailers, and that'd be the refrigerated, and there was about 30 of them. So he commented to the salesperson, and he said, well, you're not short on these trailers, but actually they are. They're all missing parts, waiting for parts before they can be sold. This is Maine. This guy does a yearly service, furnace cleaning, and last year it cost him $65, so he scheduled it again, and he got the service done. He got the bill of $250. That was shocking to him. So went from $65 last year to $250 this year. This woman noticed that Walmart t-shirts were marked down to $3, so she bought some. She went up to the register, and they actually rang up for $1. So most of the time it's increased. This time it was reduced to $1, so she went back and bought some more. This is Chicago Costco. Photocopier paper has been forever. They said $28 a case. 6 weeks ago it went up to $35. Now it just went up to $37. There is a paper shortage, so get what you need now. This guy said the ABC store in Winchester, Virginia had a sign on the front, supply issues. And I've hearing that a lot of the supply issues go back to aluminum cans, go back to glass bottles. This is Northeast Ohio, the Sam's Club. They just installed the steel and cement barriers. They're about 4 feet away from the glass entrances. They said, waiting to see if they put roll-down steel doors. Are they next? A lot of stores are putting up barriers to keep people from crashing into the glass doors. This is a grocery manager at a grocery store out west. He puts in orders, and he says he receives only 65 to 75% of what I order. So use this as actionable intel. Stock up on what you're going to need for the next year. If you can afford it, go further out. Thanks for watching.